In 2015, Flutter Productions had just become part of Black Hills Works. Flutter Productions is an all-ability dance and theater company. That means we work with individuals with and without disabilities, side by side, and we create original world premiere productions. And one day, I was set up in a little temporary office corner, and in rolled JJ. And JJ rolled right over to me when I was sitting at my desk, and he said, "I used to write things, and I hear that you are here and that Black Hills Works is going to be doing some theater stuff and some writing stuff, and I think you're going to be my person," is what he said. From that point forward, every so many weeks he would come in and he would tell me his ideas for a poem, and I would just write those down. From there, he started attending acting classes, and he started attending playwriting classes, and he started attending movement classes, and he has been in every single production we have done since 2015.
I'm not a bit surprised. He just needed help. And he gets that from the Black Hills Works. Heather has been terrific with him.
JJ doesn't really have the ability to utilize his hands, and so what I did is I hooked a projector up to my computer and I set up a big projection screen in my office. And that way, as I was typing, JJ could see what was being typed on the big screen.
He's really great to work with because he approaches every rehearsal, the artistic process kind of like a professional would, and he works really hard. He always gives 100% effort all the time. No matter what we're doing, he just gives it his all.
In the fall of 2016, we took 2 of his poems, and he also contributed to several other moments, and we turned them into actually staged pieces in a production called Able, where we worked with community members and dancers to bring some of his pieces to life. One of those, which has become the most significant, was called The Chair Is Not Me.
JJ is definitely an advocate for people with diverse abilities. I feel like what he's able to do through his poetry is create bridges for people. So he can be relatable, people can connect with him, and they can empathize with him and his stories.
The book actually was a thing that I wanted to do since I was 15. But I never knew how to put it together or how to get publishers or anything. I had never written a book, so I didn't know the ins and outs. And so it was kind of a struggle because I realized that I had to keep going. You know, once you start a book or an idea for a book, you can't just set it down and come back to it later because you can lose your thought.
From December of 2017 until the end of March in 2018, we worked on putting his book together, and we did a big book release party at BAM bookstore, and over 100 people were in attendance, and his book is now for sale at the Susie Kappa Art Center downtown, and it continues to sell. His pieces are not only entertaining, but they're also enlightening, and they teach and they advocate.
Oh, I was really happy for him, and he expressed a lot of his feelings through that book. It's been wonderful for him.
I've seen him go from, just kind of hanging out in a chair all day to I'm a part of something. I have a voice. I can change things. I can contribute to society. I can advocate. That alone has just been amazing to see him realize his own self-power.
I mean, that just takes a lot of courage to share yourself in that way and put yourself out there, as a poet and as a performer both. So I think he's a very brave individual.